So I'll explain a little bit more about what they're doing now. But John, Andy, TikTak.
Thanks, Jeff. So it's a real pleasure to be standing in such an awesome group of people today. So thanks very much for that. So as Jeff introduced us, I'm John, and this is Andy, and together we're TikTak. We've been working for a couple of months on this project together and making some progress. So our basic premise is we're providing fast and easy time recording for businesses with temporary staff. Now your first reaction might be, is there a problem here? Hasn't this already been solved? So let's have a look at how do businesses, especially temporary agencies, do time recording for staff at the moment. So they use paper timesheets that have carbon copies, and every week they fax these or hand carry them to the agency office for processing. So it kind of sounds like it's still stuck in the 1980s a bit. There is very rarely any technology in use here. The reason they do this is it's simple, but it's also error prone. So then look at, okay, so who's using this then? So what we're focusing on is commercial and industrial businesses where they use temporary staff to cope with the ups and downs in their business. Construction site contractors, and we're well used to seeing a lot of those around town. And then also businesses like cafes, bars and restaurants. So what they have in common is flexible hours, frequent new hires, and for some businesses operating on different sites. And they use temporary staff a lot through agencies. So how big is this market? Well, around New Zealand there's about 200,000 employees in some form of temporary work. That could be casual contracts, fixed term, through agencies or seasonal work. And here's an example of some of the businesses which source temporary staff. They don't just source the staff, but they're also providing admin facilities, including payroll processing. So we think there's a big enough market for us to be looking at. So let's wind back, look at those paper timesheets again and say, what exactly goes on? Where do the problems exist? So the way it works is your staff, they have to fill in a timesheet because like all employers, there's an obligation to record the work hours for everyone, when they start, when they finish each day and any breaks they take. So they fill in their timesheet, the local manager is going to check that and approve it, that gets sent to the temporary agency, and if you think they're dealing with hundreds, if not well over 1,000 of these timesheets every week, and then someone's got to transcribe those into a computer, so that can take 2 or 3 days to do all of that activity. And then they can get paid. So between the Friday evening or the Monday morning, running the payroll on the Wednesday. And then if there are any errors or adjustments that need to be made, there might be some delays in doing that. So that's the background of where the problems occur, what's the value in doing this. So let's have a little look at how we do it. And Andy's going to set us up over here. So what we're using is a little electronic chip and a tag here, so the worker can put that on their key fob, so it's always with them, they don't lose that. And then the other half of the system is using an Android tablet or an Android phone.
So this is just showing the screen.
So what the worker does is when they come in the morning, they just tap the tag on the tablet, just like that, that reads it, and then that comes up with a little welcome screen, says hello, and you checked in for the day. And that can include a little message.